Oh, if I've got that, I'm going to be very happy. New morning, new location. This one's pretty good. I wasn't sure what to expect with this one, but let's turn you around and see what's going on. Look at that. So originally, I wanted to get the tree and the boat in and the sky, but I don't have a wide enough lens, so it's 24mm just isn't enough. So what I've been doing is been perched up here in front of the tree stump just to get a real sort of isolated composition of the hut, and then a little bit of a long exposure with the sky as well, which has been lovely. A few more cars now. I was up there taking photos looking down, but because I didn't have a wide enough lens, this tree in the distance, this one, was clashing with the house and I couldn't get any separation between the two of them. But for me it just felt a bit, there wasn't enough depth in it for me.
You can see the tree branches starting to go into the boathouse in this image. It makes it hard to get clear separation between the two. You can also see the sky gets a little bit lost in this image, so I don't think this one quite works well. I was able to get clear isolation between the tree and the boathouse in this photo, but I felt like they were competing for attention in the image and I wasn't able to create the depth I was looking for. You can also see a lot of distortion in the branches from the trees due to the long exposure. In hindsight, I think if I'd moved to the left a little bit and made use of a quicker shutter speed and a lower aperture, it might have made for a better photo. I feel like this is the far better image than the previous two. It has a clear separation and a good use of negative space, looking into the vista with the sunrise behind it. However, I think I could have moved a little more to left here and maybe gone a little bit lower to really make the boathouse a more prominent subject. Finally, the fourth image is my favourite. I love the reflections of the house and the mountains and the water. Using the polarizer allowed me to get the blend of the rocks and the shallow water into those reflections. I also love how the curve of the bank makes for a leading line towards the boathouse. This image feels perfectly balanced. If I draw a diagonal line across the image, you can see that the bank on the bottom left complements the mountain in the upper right.
I'm at now. The noise is unbelievable. I'm doing a little video of just the details of some of these waves. It's very cold. But yeah, enjoy this video.
I really do love this image. Although there's a lot going on, your immediate eye goes to the rocks and the waterfall, which is what I want. But as you start to scan around the image, you see subtleties like the mountain at the top, surrounded by the clouds, and the stunning trees to the right hand side. The biggest challenge of this image was to remove as many distractions from the right hand side, to make the tall orange grass not to take up too much attention from the waterfall. This is another one of those images I'm super pleased with. The way the rocks are shaped and using the slight long exposure to show how the water is flowing around them and the force the water is coming through is perfect. I feel like this really represents the mood and the drama of that epic morning.
As part of a do as I say, not as I do video, I was standing right on there, which was a bit of a slippery slope. That was very wet, just behind that boulder. I knew I couldn't have got in that boulder, behind that boulder, because I would have made too much of a block. So I went to the right of it, got some really good footage. It was very sketchy, so always be careful, always be on your lookout. Yeah, and best to do this with somebody if possible. I
thought I'd just show you. I've just come back to the place I was at this morning for sunset. I've just been flying the drone around to get some stuff, but I've got 50 minutes until sunset. But I thought I'd show you the other side of it. Not sponsored, by the way. I wish it was. But I'm in my car warming up because it's freezing outside. My hands are cold from flying the drone. But let me show you. Not the prettiest view in the world, but I've come the other side of the lake purely because I want to fly the drone, and it was very windy this morning. I don't want to lose the drone in the lake, but this is really starting to roll in now. Sunset will happen over here, so I'm hoping a nice low-level cloud comes in. There's lots of gaps in the sky as well. You can see up there, a few gaps and bits and pieces. I'm hoping all this will start to go orange soon. So that's what I'm waiting around for. I'm in my happy place. I've got sweets.
Unfortunately, I didn't quite get the sunset I was hoping for. The sky didn't light up as orange as I was hoping for. It did get very moody, misty, and rainy, so I got these beautiful drone shots. So, yeah, I'm very happy with these.
Well, everyone, another cold start this morning. New location. I think you guys might recognise this one. Yeah, so framing wise on this, what I've tried to do, so you can see on here, I've kept just a little bit of the bridging as well. I also did a zoomed in one, about 48mm, which I actually prefer, where the arch is coming into the scene and then across, and I'm catching out most of the sky as well, because the sky's, although the sky doesn't look too bad, I'll show the sky. There's not much in the frame really.
This was a spot I hadn't planned on going to, but I spotted it was en route to my next location, and it certainly didn't disappoint. I don't think this was one of my best photos, as I couldn't really get the right balance between the calm water and the long exposure for the fast flowing water. I still think the leading line of the bridge to the tea house was a good composition. I think it's a good one for the collection.
As the sun's starting to warm up and the frost is starting to melt, it's creating this beautiful mist. I want to stay here, but I need to go to the next place. The next place will be much better. One thing I was right about was the colour of the leaves and how pretty it would look in like late February. But as you can see, it's going to work out all right. Now, I've been wanting to catch a rainbow, and there's one up there. It's just starting to fade. I've just had to sprint down the mountain. I so hope I've caught this. I've been wanting a rainbow for over 2 years now. Oh, if I've got that, I'm going to be very happy. By the way, I'm where I'm at, and it's so beautiful, but I'm so distracted right now. I'll show you that in a minute.
As you can tell by my happiness, excitement, and my glasses was all steamed up from scrambling down the rocks to try and get this rainbow in time. Unfortunately, the time I got to a good clearing, the rainbow started to disappear, but I managed to capture the faintest of rainbows. I'll have to continue my search for an epic rainbow shot.
So I found the composition, but before I show you that, I just want to tell you I've just learned 2 lessons. Lesson number 1, I've been carrying my 70 to 200mm lens around with me the whole trip, and I got so fed up of carrying it, I didn't bring my bag. I just had my filters and what I needed for my basic stuff, and I wish I had it, because I'm at 120 and I just need that little bit more, like 150 would be perfect. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, make sure you have secure feet. Photographers I met yesterday, one of them had hit 2 of his legs on the wall and a wind come and it went straight into the lake. So I've taken that advice and I'll show you how I've applied that if I don't hurt myself in the process. So 1 foot planted right in there. This one's the only dodgy one down here that you can't see. There you go. Just resting on the edge of the rock. And I have the other one just down there as well, wedged between 2 rocks. But the main important one is I have the lead leg facing that way. So if it's going to tip, it's going to go this way, which is impossible, or it will go that way, which is possible, but you just got to be careful. Anyway, they're my 2 tips. So onto this composition. As I say, trying to zoom in on this, and let me go to video mode. So it crops in a little bit more for me on video mode, so just bear that in mind. But that's what I'd want to be taking. That's the shot I'd want with my slightly longer lens. I can't do the cropping on the camera on this, which is a little bit frustrating like you can on the sort of Z6, Z7. I just wish I bought the lens. But anyway, composition wise, I'm shooting straight down. I'm zooming in as well. Let's just zoom it down a little bit. Because this rock is a little bit, takes all your attention to it if you're not zoomed in. I'll take a photo now actually and show you what that looks like. But it's just too distracting. I like the feature of the 2 rocks either side with this in the middle, but I think I have to step back a little bit more and take a photo of that and make that purposeful. I think just shooting down here is not great, it's very distracting. But yeah, these 2 together and then that as the feature would be nice. Just need to try and get back and find a way to make that work.
I absolutely love this image. The way the long exposure has captured the fast flowing water around the rocks and the S-shaped lines it's made is simply stunning. The sun backlight and the mists at the back of the falls just created that nice glow in the distance. I think this really does catch the beauty of this scene. I really like these next 2 photos using the portrait crop. I think these really help show the depth and the details Vyrnwy Glen has to offer. I only had my 24 to 120 lens with me. I wish I had the extra length. I think 140 to 150mm would have allowed me to get the great details of the falls and allow for that misty backdrop.
So when I say I was scrambling down these steps to get that rainbow shot, sort of what I meant. I'm going to the dam, and this is the lake that feeds the dam, but I didn't actually plan on stopping here. But it's too good not to. Look at all the clouds in there and around here. Far too good not to. This is fly the drone weather. What a cool little spot. I've been flying the drone, I've been taking photos, long lens, short lens. It's really good. I think the sun's out. But yeah, I mean, show you around. So you drive along the dam and park at the end. It's beautiful. I'm up at this side, which I absolutely love. The lake. A nice little spot. Everybody likes the little church. Not a church, sorry, the castle. Oh, I've not had my coffee yet today. Absolutely stunning. And then I'll take you and show you the other side.
One of the nice benefits of having the drone is that you can take shots like this that not many people will ever have the ability to see, and I just love the calm water above and then the flowing of the dam. Lovely. This is another one of those shots that people like, and I really like this one as well. I love just how the water gives that reflective feel
to both. It's a shame it was a little bit ripply, but I also like the calm nature. It kind of shows the movement and the difference between the two. I went for centres rather than kind of on one of the third lines. Just think it was a bit more impactful. So I kind of broke the rule of thirds there, but I don't mind that. I like that. This one here with the reflections, I mean, I was kind of speechless when I edited this one. I didn't think it looked that good in the camera. I love how the mountains and the sheep in the distance give you that depth of field, but then it really brings your eyes forward and you can just see how the calmness in that, but you can see the mood of the clouds and the fields in the back. Perfect.
Now, I really like this coming in at the side here. I actually prefer the other side shooting back this way. I think it looks like a better composition, but it gives you a bit of a general idea for what it looks like. And that's it. I will leave you with a series of photos from this trip. I hope you enjoyed this trip. This was my last stop. Now I'm heading home. Yeah, please let me know in the comments, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It will just really sort of help me and give me signals for what you want to see more of on this channel. I absolutely love doing stuff like this, a little bit of tutorials, a little bit about showing you what I think about with my compositions. So enjoy these images, I'm really proud of them. And until then, see you next time.